Um, Anyways, I did one final one with GLaDOS' voice, and I'd like you all to listen to it.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife.
Oh,
Oh, me
boy.
too. Gotta save this one so it makes it into the episode.
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Oh, I've come to make an announcement!
Oh.
Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker!
Asta, within 6 weeks, you'll be getting your divorce papers. I hope you're ready.
It's impressive to divorce someone you're not even married to yet.
Right?
I will get married to them and then divorce them on the spot for this shit.
Wait. I never know.
No,
God.
no,
What are
no,
Oh, dear.
no.
In the drop-down menu for Portal, there's an option for Chell.
Oh, God.
It's just not make
Okay, that's
Oh,
really
God.
funny.
No, I don't want there to be a server error. I want to generate this right now.
Oh, God. What are
Oh,
you
God.
doing?
Well, you know
What
how
are you
Nick,
gonna fucking curse us with?
you know how Nick asked me to make Fluttershy say fuck?
Oh, I don't, because I haven't been looking at chat. I've only been looking at Sarah. Your turn to die.
Oh my god, right! You fucking
And your fucked up hair.
rattles my cage, please. Let me
No,
let her
you
say
were-
fuck.
You are being prosecuted for your crimes.
No.
God.
This directly violates the Geneva Convention. You need to stop.
No, in the FAQ they say it's legal.
Wait, what?
Genuinely, in the frequently asked questions, they do say that this is legal.
Is this
Oh,
legal?
because it's a parody.
Yeah.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife.
Ooh.
Are you listening to it, Rook? Are you listening to it?
No, I was about to hit play. Jesus Christ!
Asta,
Jesus Christ!
get fucking out of this chat. Fuck
Why would you make Fluttershy do this?
That is illegal. That is illegal. That is a baby.
No, I think
Ah.
Fluttershy should say fuck.
Fluttershy should say fuck. She shouldn't say that.
Shadow Hedgehog's a bitch's motherfucker.
Yeah,
Piss
yeah,
off
she
my
does kind of just say
fucking wife.
shadow hedgehogs.
Shadow Hedgehog. No, Fluttershy is really good.
I do have to get off of this because I will just be on this for hours.
Yeah, we need to we
Yeah.
need to pull you off this website
It's
right
been
now.
8
Yeah,
minutes.
I will ban you.
Also, please look at this good message from Nick. It doesn't need context.
It needs no context. It's very good.
Amazing.
Guttural. Wah!
Gotta roll ooh wah ah ah ah.
Stop.
No. I will infect you with my emo.
I did not think that was the
I
direction
already
I was
listened to
gonna
your music.
I can't.
I'm the only one that listens to your music.
Cece, I still can't believe I didn't
I have-
notice that you changed your name to Wikipedia Patch.
You're welcome.
Hello and welcome to Wikiboys, the podcast where three friends dive into the wonderful world of fandom wiki pages. I'm your host, Aster, and I use she and they pronouns.
I'm Alex, and I use he, him pronouns.
I'm Rook, and I use they, them pronouns.
And I'm Cerise, and I use they them pronouns.
And today we have our wonderful guest on to talk about The Sims. Yay!
A game I've
So-
never played in my entire life.
Oh, this is going to be good then. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll yoink the reins for a hot second here and talk about my mileage, which is I had The Sims 3 with no expansion packs which I distinctly remember my friend was horrified at. But it was okay because all I wanted to do was make Homestuck characters in it, and there were mods for that, so it didn't matter.
Wait. Weren't you not even into Homestuck?
I never finished it, but I was like,
Okay.
I was nominally into Homestuck. Like, I
All
read some of it.
This isn't what this episode is about.
It's not what this episode is about, but no. And then Cerise let me borrow their Origin login, so I have The Sims 4 with a lot of expansions, and that's kind of my experience with it. SimCity doesn't count, so.
Excuse me. Yes, it does.
Well, it's not this. We're not going to talk about it.
No. Sim City is the only game I actually have any experience with because I watched a Let's Play of it.
Oh my god.
Okay, good. Good.
That's the only one. All I know else about Sims is it's the thing people use to make their ships real.
Or like how I use it, which is just like OC doll dress up, which is real.
That is also valid.
Yeah. Oh, I could go online and look at someone's pre-generated dress-up game? No. This is my OC that I made in The Sims.
Alex, have you ever played Sims?
I have never played The Sims.
Alright,
I
so you're my comrade.
I am your comrade in arms. I have one story about The Sims, though, because this is a story my mother continually told me. Yes. Apparently, for Christmas, when I was, like, barely 2 years old, she was given a copy of The Sims 2, and then played it for about 72 hours straight, and just, like, forgot about me for about 72 hours.
Oh my god.
That is how The Sims goes. You go on, like, a 72-hour... like spiritual Sims bender, and then you don't touch it for like 3 months, and you just forget you have it, and then you're like, oh, The Sims, and then you play The Sims for like 72 hours straight, and then you forget about it. It's a beautiful cycle, much like the cycle of all our lives, which is.
I can't believe I didn't realize until just now that we have two couples on call, and one pair is dick deep in Sims, and one pair doesn't know fuck shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Battle of the Bands realness.
Stop.
This is the weirdest double date ever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Double date, record a podcast with me.
So my
That's what
my
you do when you're
mileage of The
20.
Sims is obviously kind of a little bit more than that. My first initial memory of The Sims was my cousin at my granddad and grandma's house, and I was about 5, and she was playing the first Sims, and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. Because my child brain was like, wow, look at these people on the screen. Holy cow. As my experience had been playing Blue's Clues games for about 3 years. So, you know,
God.
this was a massive step. And we made Bob the Builder and Wendy have babies. And that was my first experience with The Sims. Then The Sims 2 I bought for $2. While it was still in its height, I got the original game for $2. Then I got The Sims 3, and anytime I had money, or a birthday, or Christmas, I got any expansion pack I could, so I have every single expansion pack for The Sims 3. And then The Sims 4 happened, and I kind of just do the same thing. I'm like, oh, there's a new expansion pack, let's waste money.
God.
And so that's my Sims time.
Do either of you have any experience with that cursed DS Sims game?
No.
My Sims?
I don't know what it is. All I know is there's a haunted Sims game for DS.
Hold on.
No. I did
we should maybe check the
I
wiki.
did play Sims on console for a little bit because shockingly
What?
so Sims on console, so like
Why?
PlayStation and Xbox, is a completely different game to what you get on PC.
The fuck?
So you'll get like your staple families in like PC, and then for the same game, yeah, it is my Sims.
I did play this. I did play this.
No, it's not that. It's like a genuine Sims game, but it's like on DS.
So like The Sims 2 on PC had totally different like starting families and storylines to The Sims 2 on console. It was very weird. So console and PC players up until The Sims 4 basically had an entirely different game.
Hey, Cece, I gotta stop you.
Yes.
There's fucking story?
Yeah, right?
There is story. So The Sims has a story. There is a timeline in The Sims. Yeah.
What?
So the timeline is Sims 3, Sims 1, Sims 2, and then The Sims 4 is in a separate timeline.
Wait. Why is The Sims Kingdom Hearts?
Because EA just decided that my life simulator time...
Esther, stop.
Esther, stop.
Esther.
You fucking copyright strike.
Yeah. So, yeah, the game... But The Sims 3 technically is the beginning of the timeline, but then
Why?
all of the worlds in The Sims 3 that you get in expansions and can buy on the Sims store are all their own separate timeline. Yeah. So it goes Sims 3, Sims 1, Sims 2. And then Sims 4 exists in its own wrong universe because it's wrong.
Wow.
What?
The Dream Drop Bucket.
Okay. I wasn't expecting there to be fucking story here.
No. No.
So, mentioning My Sims actually, like, unlocked a memory for me. Which was... So, I had My Sims for the Wii. And that might have actually been my first Sims game. I think I might have gotten that before I got Sims 3. So, the best way to explain My Sims is if EA made Animal Crossing.
Basically.
It kind of looks
Yeah.
like that from
It's,
the
it's like
cover
that.
art.
like you go around and you like collect resources. Like it's very, you craft and you like the game puts players in charge of redeveloping a town that has become run down. Wow, I love Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Wow.
It's,
Ahead of its time.
It's it's if EA and Maxis made Animal Crossing, but like worse.
But
Because
bad.
My
like,
Sims
not
is
good.
bad.
So my little 8-year-old brain thought this shit was the height of gaming.
Oh, me too.
Oh, absolutely.
So when I was younger, probably about 8 years old, my parents owned a rental property, and they dragged me over there on the weekends to go paint, and I complained about it. And then I came home and played My Sims on the Wii, where you paint furniture with your Wii remote, like you're painting a real piece of furniture. So suffice to say, my parents were not happy when I bitched and moaned about painting all day, and then came home and played a video game where I got to paint. So that's the memory that I have associated with My Sims, which is me just being, a child and complaining about work and then going home and doing a fun virtual kind of work. So yeah. I also thought this was the height of gaming, and I couldn't wait to get home from painting to go paint in My Sims.
God.
There's that.
Okay, let's look at the timeline. I can't believe there's a fucking timeline. I can't believe there's canonical events.
Yes?
You did not tell me there were 15,000 pages on this wiki.
Oh,
Yes.
God?
So, with the wiki, there is the game, and then most of the pages are fanon. So, people's stories that they have put on the wiki.
Oh, boy.
That's
Oh,
so
God.
cursed. I hate when wikis let people do that.
You shouldn't.
So, we do have I have got a few pages of some characters that I think would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my God. There's, okay, I just want to read out, like, I don't even know what I want to read out here, because there's just so much that's hit me all at once.
Yep.
Every one of the Sims games takes place in Sim Nation. In the series, Sim Nation is shown to be around 1998, 2000s, or possibly even further on. Sim Nation is, I assume, a country. Countries exist at different points in time. It's not when it's set. It's just they have different times. I don't understand the way this is written.
So basically, Sim Nation is the fictional country in which all the Sims games take place. The country is also referred to as Simerica, Simladonia, Simlandia, Simsonia, or Simadonia.
Fuck this.
Fuck this.
Citizens of Sim Nation are known as the Sims, and the country's national animal is the llama.
Of course it is.
Doug Simadome Simmons. Oh,
Oh, there's a Sims Discord with 348 members online.
sure fucking is, buddy. Sure
Absolutely.
fucking is. Oh.
Simology?
Yep.
Oh, God!
Yep.
Life stages: baby, toddler, child, teen, young adult, adult, elder.
Like,
Oh, there's
Lifetime
more life
wishes.
stages.
Lifetime
more life-
wish.
There's also life states, which is a completely different thing, which I will link. Which is, they're
Oh,
not
right, because they're
not
die.
bad. But so
What the
life states are usually called a cult.
What's this thing in the middle? This like
That is a
this
spellcaster.
like Doctor Who Legolas.
it's a spellcaster.
What the
It's a
fuck?
spellcaster. So in The
It's
Sims
Doctor
1,
Who Legolas.
in The Sims 1,
yeah.
there's only 2 life states because pretty much in The Sims 1, your gameplay, like you had
Bigfoot.
2 life stages in The Sims 1, which was child and adult, and that was it. And then when they die, they become ghosts, and that's what you get. In one of the expansion packs, Live and Large, you can plead with the Grim Reaper may result in the Grim Reaper bringing back the Sim as a zombie. So there's 3.
Is there any thing in The Sims or expansion in The Sims that isn't fan made that lets you date the Grim Reaper?
No.
Sims is a shitty game.
But in The Sims 2, you can cheat something called the Tombstone of Life and Death, which is basically like it's a little tiny tombstone that comes up. It looks like every other tombstone that you get when a Sim dies, but you can click on it and it can you can make your Sim pregnant with literally anyone, including the Grim Reaper. Yes.
Can I I need to read this sentence because it's gonna make me lose my entire fucking mind. If a celebrity woohoos with an all-cult life state, they may get a publicly disgraced moodlet. This can occur even if the celebrity has an all-cult life stage themselves.
Yep.
Literally nothing in that sentence made sense.
I love that they have to canonically call it woohooing.
Yes.
It's
so
not sex.
There
Not
is
sexist woohoo.
there is a I do have some stuff on Woohoo that we can go
Welcome to
through.
my woohoo room.
Welcome to my Woohoo cave. So for The Sims 2, there's quite a few more life states that get added. So you get your normal, your ghost, which you can't play, an alien, mannequin, zombie, vampire, werewolf, servo, plant sim, Bigfoot, genies, which aren't playable, witches, and spectral cats.
You could be a cat.
You could be a cat.
You could be a kitty cat.
Fuck is imaginary friend and why is it listed under a cult? What the fuck are these? What the fuck are these?
Hey, so I clicked on mannequin because I enjoy being haunted, and there's a line in here. Unlike other life states, mannequins do not have nipples. Ooh, hey, those are fucking haunting. I have never seen these in my life.
Imaginary friends are just haunted dolls.
Yes, so
I hate these.
imaginary friends are kind of creepy.
I hate
Kinda.
them.
Yeah.
They kind of look like cursed versions of Roly Poly Oly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my
fuck.
god. Yes.
Yeah. No, they do.
Fuck.
So
I
in
hate
The
these.
Sims
I'm gonna go
3,
insane.
in The Sims
go
3,
fucking
there is even more life states. Okay. So you get your normal sim and alien, and that's what you get with like the base game, basically. And then you get ghosts, mummies, simbots, vampires, imaginary friends, as we're talking about, unicorns, genies, werewolves, witches, fairies, zombies, plant sims, mermaids, plumbots, and time travelers. There's also 3 temporary states, which is a toad sim, a tragic clown, and a zombie. Tragic clowns are great.
Christ.
Tragic.
So, if anyone who
Aw.
knows me, so you 3 obviously, I am
Yeah.
terrified of clowns.
Yeah.
Tragic clowns are great.
Hey, the time traveler looks like shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It looks like
He's meant to be,
He's got
his name backwards means time traveler. And he's meant to be a blue version of the dude from Back to the Future.
He's got it.
Say those words again to me, Alex, and I will break your neck.
No, I refuse to take my words back.
Oh my
I will not
God.
be. I will not be oppressed for speaking truth.
Alex, your microphone.
Fuck.
But
Oh my god.
Side note, we're recording this episode at night, so if Alex drifts away, that's why.
Because I'm quiet and sleepy at all times. But anyways, fucking got it.
and then the life states are reduced in The Sims 4, so you get your normal Sims, and then you get ghosts, aliens, vampires, mermaids, spellcasters, and servos, and then 2 temporary life states, which are plant sims, and skeletons.
I'm assuming yep, that is what that looks like. I opened the plant sim.
Yeah,
just a
plant sims are
green
interesting.
sim.
It's literally just a green sim. Do not get it mixed up with an alien, because they are totally different.
Oh my god.
So, in The Sims, from 2 onwards, you can get abducted by aliens,
Yep.
as you do. If female Sims get abducted by aliens, they just kind of come back with a memory, or in The Sims 4, a dazed moodlet, or uncomfortable moodlet, saying that they've been probed, basically.
Yeah.
If a male Sim is abducted, there is a high chance they will come back pregnant.
Oh.
Aliens will only impregnate
Oh.
male Sims.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so I would like to introduce you to Pollination
What the
Technician
fuck?
9.
Why?
So Pollination Technician number 9, Smith, is a character from one of the families that you can get in The Sims 2. He's a base game character. So he is a retired pollination technician. So basically the type of alien that will impregnate Sims. And he fathered Glan Curious's daughters Lola and Chloe through alien abduction. He retired as an adult on his favorite planet, where he married Jenny, with whom he has 2 children, Johnny and Jill. Mm-hmm. Pollination Technician number 9 is a family sim and has had an important part in raising his and Jenny's children. He taught all toddler skills to Johnny and 2 skills to Jill, while Jenny taught her how to walk. Since he has no memories of having another job after retiring, Pollination Technician number 9 was likely a stay-at-home dad. When the Smith family is first played, he is 10 days away from death.
Oh! The only thing PT9 loves more than his lawn is his family. When he is not spending time with his children, he enjoys clipping coupons and staring up at the sky. Also, this dude looks like if someone elongated Benedict Cumberbatch and made him green and gave him fully black eyes.
This is what the Grinch would have looked like if they'd done like a live action Grinch movie instead.
Oh god, there's another photo of him with like his nose punched in.
I hate to inform you, CZ, but there exists, and it's Jim Carrey.
I don't want to talk to you. So, Pollination Technician 9's parents are Colony Drone 65535 and Birth Queen.
Deceased.
Oh.
Deceased.
Troubling.
This is very well. Good to know. So I clicked on her just out of curiosity. Good to know she's a Libra.
In case you were curious.
Gives birth to an alien race like can't help being a Libra.
Stop.
So, in The Sims 2 and 3, they have star signs. In The Sims 4, they don't anymore. Unfortunately, star signs were great.
Truly a devastating
Zodiac.
blow to
Absolutely.
to our community.
Oh, yeah.
Are there mods that put it back in?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it. There's a lot of things that people have tried to mod that have been taken out of Sims games. In previous Sims games, your Sims, especially in The Sims 2, it was very prevalent. Your Sims could have 2 different relationships, like bars with each other. So there is 2 characters I can name off the top of my head that is this very prevalent, is Cassandra Goth and Don Lothario. So Cassandra Goth and Don Lothario are engaged, but Cassandra is way more in love with Don than Don is with Cassandra.
Oh god.
But the Sims 4, and I believe in The Sims 3, if you change the relationship bars for your Sims, they're the same for both Sims. So, like, in The Sims 2, you could have, like, unrequited crushes, whereas, like, if you're doing romance in The Sims 3 or 4, it's everything is fine and dandy, there's never any problems.
Sorry, I'm still on Mr. Smith's page, and I believe in his relationships, he's friends with, acquaintance, married to Jenny Smith. He is only acquaintances with his children.
Oh, yeah.
So...
I love how
to be fair, he only lives for 10
Johnny
days.
all of his skills. You're only my acquaintance, though, soz. I am more interested in my lawn.
In all fairness, he only lives for 10 days.
Exactly.
What the fuck is this?
So
Yeah, that's a thing.
This was actually one of the pages I had ready to go. This is the cow plant. I love the cow plant. So, I am not even going to try at all to try and pronounce the Latin that this is. This is the cow
Laganophilus
plant.
simnivori.
Simnivori is a bizarre, partly bovine form of vegetation that is large enough to swallow a sim whole.
Why?
It first appeared as the career reward for the natural science career in the Sims 2 University. A similar plant, called the mutant plant, appeared in the Sims Bustin' Out for console and may be a relative or precursor of the cow plant.
This does not look the same at all. I don't know what the fuck this wiki is on.
After a cow plant has its lunch, members of the owner's household can milk the plant. The quote-unquote milk is actually a life-extending drink similar to the elixir of life, extending a sim's lifespan by 5 days. Mm-hmm. Unlike the elixir of life, children can drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking the quote-unquote milk is sometimes referred to as drinking that sim, and doing it gives the drinker a special memory. Sims may have a want to quote-unquote drink a certain sim that they are unhappy with. What the fuck?
So,
A sim cannot be resurrected after they have been drunk.
yep. So, as stated, the cow plant is big enough to eat a sim whole. If you forget to feed your cow plant, it will end up luring your sim with a piece of cake on its tongue, will eat the sim, kill it, and then you can milk the sim's essence from the cow plant.
When a sim is devoured, a notification will pop up. In parentheses, sim name is being devoured by a cow plant. Will he/she make it out alive?
Mm-hmm.
Cowplant has been known to reject sims who do not have low hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what does that mean?
So, once eaten, a sim will die. Although, the plant will often spit the
Not gonna
sim
tell
out if they have bad hygiene or have the good, lucky, unlucky, brave, or daredevil traits. The cow plant will not eat babies, toddlers, children, or imaginary friends that are turned real, but will eat teenagers or older.
Hang on. Imaginary friends that are turned real?
So your imaginary friends that you get when you're born in The Sims 3, you can turn them into actual Sims.
What?
Yes.
Wait, is that those things that I linked? Or are they a
So
different
the
thing?
cursed roly-poly-olies can become real
You just get
Sims.
one? You spawn with one?
When you're born, you get sent an imaginary friend.
Ugh! No thanks.
I do not want that. I don't want it. If open
When
for
you
business
turn them
is
real, do they
installed.
just become people?
Yeah, they just become real Sims.
Ugh.
So, if you couldn't tell by looking at it, the cow plant is reminiscent of Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, in terms of color, the cow plant also resembles a tomato, a crossbreed of the tomato plant and a cow, which grew into a square-shaped fruit from the
Wait, what?
Dilbert animated series.
Oh,
However, the tomato was designed as a harvestable crop, which is easy to stack due to its rectangular shape, whereas the cow plant is a carnivorous plant.
I think the thing I hate most about this thing is that it has nostrils, but it doesn't have eyes. And it has it has a chin udder.
Yes, it has a chin under.
Cheddar.
And also, it has a little bell around its neck, and when it moves, it rings, and it's very cute.
So, I do want to talk about, first of all, apparently the scientific name is incorrectly capitalized, in that both of the words are capitalized. Only the first name should be capitalized. The genus name is derived from the words lagana, Latin for cake, and phyllis, Greek for foliage, while the species name means sim eater.
Yep.
So,
Sim eating cake plant.
Sim eating cake plant.
Sim eating cake plant, yeah.
Why would they not put cow in the fucking name?
I don't.
That's a...
Don't ask Maxis questions.
The cake is a very bizarre part of it, though.
Yes.
Hey, also in The Sims 3, sometimes the Grim Reaper will milk the cow plant.
Yes.
Don't mind
Yes.
me. I'm just milking your plant.
So, speaking of the Grim Reaper, here's this.
Is that our next
Wait,
page?
before we move on, are there any other cursed things like the cow plant?
Oh, there definitely is.
Kind of. A little bit.
Uh-huh.
Kind of.
Death.
So, death. You know.
Death.
So, obviously, death is the permanent state of existence in which a previous living sim, pet, or other creature ceases to live. Shocking.
Nature.
Causes of death range from natural causes, brought on by reaching the end of the elder life stage, accidents, player neglect, or through deliberate player choices. While most deaths are realistic, there are a few fictional causes of death as well. So,
Fictional?
Fictional.
Oh, I imagine like being eaten by a man-eating cow plant. Objects that kill Sims!
Can you, all of you, name me a death from The Sims that you think, like, one death from Sims that you think is, like, connected to The Sims?
Fire.
Fire is one, yeah.
The stove. You kill them by making them cook. That's the one
You
that
kill by
everybody does.
Yes. There's also another one.
The
I always
pool.
think of the pool, yeah.
The
Yep.
pool. So,
pool.
in Sims 3 and 4, they actually wrote into the code that Sims are smart enough to get out of the pool without a pool ladder, so that doesn't count anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know
The-
that.
The only way that you can kill a Sim in the pool is to completely lower their needs.
No, I lower their what?
Their needs. So their
Needs.
hunger,
Oh, starve
hygiene,
them?
bladder, energy,
What's the point
social...
in putting them in the pool then? Just put them in a cage.
For the drama!
Uh-huh.
So starting with the Sims Live and Large, Sims that have died are visited by the anthropomorphic personification of death in the form of the Grim Reaper. However, the Grim Reaper does not come if a Sim dies in a skydiving simulator in The Sims Superstar, if a toadified Sim is eaten by a dragon in The Sims Making Magic,
Wait! What?
or if the Sim is
Toadified?
eaten by the cow plant in
Just
The
let them
Sims
go.
2 University. In The Sims 2 and 3, the Grim Reaper plays a cameo depending on the method of death and the aspiration level of the Sim in question.
What is toadification?
So, toadified Sims.
I
Is-
want
There's a
to
lot of things
stop
that
you.
can
I
kill
want to
Sims,
stop
huh?
you because I'm still on this. Unlike most Legends of the Grim Reaper, he tends to be kind in The Sims. His personality
Yeah.
is perhaps a reference to the death character in Terry Pratchett Discworld. I'm sorry, I love Terry
Yes.
Pratchett. God rest his soul. He did not come up with the idea that the Grim Reaper is kind. He does not get to be credited for that one.
It's so funny. It's
That's
not like
so weird.
it's not like he
God.
fucking looks into the camera and is like, "I love Sir Terry Pratchett." Because
Every Sim soul I take is to take up to the big blue sky with Terry Pratchett. That's what he says. Straight up.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
God. Toadification. Description. Sometimes you just need a toad. There's more to it, but that's all I need.
Yeah.
No,
Sometimes
wait.
you just
Oh,
need
wait,
a toad.
no, I'm gonna sometimes you just need a toad. Have you tried getting a toad from the shops in Old Town? Of course you have. Did you find one? Of course you didn't. That's because toads were run out of Sim City after the mayor's wife was caught kissing an especially slimy toad. But now you can get your own toad. Just temporarily toadify whomever you want. Friends, family, enemies, neighbors, all of them are just begging for toadification. Just be careful that people don't catch you casting it, as toads are still illegal in many areas of Sim City. What?
Toads can be kissed, occasionally resulting in the kisser receiving a bottle of toad
Fallon
sweat.
to be kissed. Ah!
Very rarely, kissing a toad may turn it into a prince, who will immediately join the family. A prince sim has access to the unique princely clothes category, consisting of purple and gold finery.
Uh-huh.
So that's toadified.
What the fuck?
There's magic spells, and they're all just listed here.
Yes. Okay, so
Yes,
We are
yes,
going
I'm so
to-
glad you saw the fucking little running gnome. It's really good.
the running gnome is very good. So types
Oh,
of deaths
wait, that's not what I
from The
wanted.
Sims.
Hold on.
So so Sims base game number 1: starvation, drowning, fire, electrocution, guinea pig disease, skydiving simulator, and toadification. In The Sims Bustin' Out, you can have the mutant plant, high dive, fire, or starvation. There are more that come in The Sims 2, so you get starvation, electrocution, drowning, fire, then you get old age. Now, old age in The Sims 2, it's beautiful. I love the death animation for The Sims 2 old age. So when an elderly person, like when any other sim dies, if they're anything other than an elderly person dying naturally, they will lie on the ground, and then the Grim Reaper will come. If they're dying of old age, the Grim Reaper will be there, but there will also be like 2 ladies doing the hula, and the old person will pick
Wait,
up a
doing the what?
suitcase and happily go to the afterlife with the
Doing the
Grim
what?
Reaper coming. Yeah.
Like, did you... The hula?
The hula.
God.
So the Grim Reaper and 2 hula zombies will appear and relaxing music will play.
Hula zombies?
The Sims will pick up their suitcase and walk off with the Grim Reaper. But that is only if their aspiration is gold. If their aspiration is lower than gold, the Grim Reaper will show the Sim its hourglass of life, and the Sim will try to pull it away from the Grim Reaper, but to no avail, and die.
Sorry, I just immediately got distracted reading the descriptions of the adult charms. Dish wish. Got dirty dishes? Get dish wish, and your dirty dishes will be wished away. What happens if you wish for your dishes to disappear when there aren't any dishes? Do you get another wish?
We don't talk about that.
Shed your skin. Ghosts got you down? Well, they're probably there to stay. So, as they say, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Wriggle out of your skin and into a green world where walls don't matter and spooking silly Sims is all the fun you need. Be careful not to cast this spell in direct sunlight or misspeak your incantation, as who knows what could happen if you asked a charm to make green things that shed their skin. Magic mood. Mood is a bit of a mystical thing. What really puts us in a bad mood? Sometimes it could be a single event, or a series of events, or an interaction with someone else who's in a bad mood, but magical mood allows you to change all that. Sims just simply won't listen to reason when they're in a bad mood, so get them in the green with a quick injection of magical mood. These are gonna make me insane.
I'm gonna fucking lose my bean.
In The Sims 2, you can also catch a lethal disease, such as pneumonia or mysterious disease, and will eventually die if not treated.
Death
Non-fatal diseases. Non-fatal diseases such as the cold or flu will not kill Sims, but will eventually turn into pneumonia if their severity is high. Flies. If a lot is too dirty and contains many fly-infested objects such as dirty dishes, there's a chance that the flies could form a killer swarm when Sims step over a fly-infested object and eat the Sim alive.
Why? Why, though?
Fright. Sims who see a ghost will have their motives fall drastically. If any 4 of the needs drop too low, Sims will die. Sims who are teens or older can die in this way. Children will wet themselves or pass out instead. If a Sim's hunger reaches 0, it is possible for them to die of starvation instead.
This is
heart
fucking
attack.
morbid.
This
This
literally,
is morbid
like,
as hell.
yeah. You know, I'm gonna paint a picture for you.
Not to get too grim, but
okay.
is cancer real in The Sims?
Only in mods.
Why would you want that?
Why
Alex, your
not?
mic.
Okay.
Some people are animals.
Alex, your mic.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I'm
big
gonna
sleepy.
paint a picture for you. Imagine you're 8 years old. You're sitting at your
Alright.
computer, just casually playing The Sims, having the time of your life. It's great. Everything is great. You have your family. You're happy. They're happy. You're being like a benevolent god. Everything is great. And then you were like, oh, my Sims are going to do some cloud gazing. This is a great idea. So you're watching your Sims cloud gaze. And then they get crushed by a fucking satellite and you have a heart attack. What? While Sims are watching clouds in the daytime or stargazing without a telescope at nighttime, there is a very remote chance that a satellite will fall on them. The satellite can then be sold in buy mode, but it devalues quickly. Sims who are children or older can die in this way.
Oh, so teens are immune.
No, children or older can die
for some
in this
reason
way.
I know you said older, but for some reason I processed what you said as children or elder, so I was like, oh, interesting.
Oh, God.
So, there has been a time where I have followed my Sims to school, like my kids to school, and then they come out of school and get crushed by a satellite.
Ah!
Okay,
It
I found
is
the actual page
Alex,
for
don't make
satellite
me
Traumatizing.
And it's Sims 2. When Sims look or cloud gaze on the ground, there is a 1% chance they will be struck or killed by a falling satellite. If the check is true, the satellite will fall after 5 to 24 animation cycles, where in every 3 cycles, a thought balloon appears above the Sim's head. If the Sims quit the interaction before the satellites fall, the death will not occur.
What the hell?
You have 24 animation cycles to live.
What how fast is that in Sims language? Is that like 2 seconds?
It's about a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
What's
and then
the fix if they're just walking? Do you just make them do something?
there isn't really a fix. They kind of just get stuck in animation.
Oh,
Yeah.
sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Hey, also, Sims, I guess I shouldn't really be surprised by it, but I didn't know Sims had a make child become adult spell.
Yeah.
Age of Instant. Let's face it, it's not easy being a kid, and it's certainly not easy being you. Look at all the stuff you're not allowed to do or to touch. You're tired of things only being available to adults, and even more tired of those threats of military school. So study this spell, because after all, this is the age of instant satisfaction.
What was that word, honey? Honey?
Satisfaction.
Honey? Satisfaction?
Satisfaction.
Wait, how is it pronounced?
Satisfaction. Push me. And then just touch me.
Until I get my satisfaction.
Satisfaction. So
Not to bring hell into our podcast and also reference my own things, but in my Your Turn to Die Let's Play, the one I transcribed recently, I misread aproned as aproned. And I literally Googled it while still recording myself, and I left it in because it made me die.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
So, yes, a lot of songs that you get in The Sims.
Oh god.
Wait,
Sims is like licensed music, doesn't it?
They get their artists to come re-record their songs in Simlish. So, there is Animal by Neon Trees. Savior by Rise Against.
Wait, is this... Wait. Okay.
Need
good.
You Now by Lady
I read
Antebellum.
I read Supernatural and I was about to get so afraid.
Yeah, no, I keep doing that.
No.
I keep doing that.
It's just the mod.
It's the
whatever.
Mod. The expansion pack, yeah.
Fuck.
So,
But it's really
Need You
just,
Now
like,
by
strikes
Lady
the fear in
Antebellum
me.
has been done.
This game doesn't have Miku, it's shit.
Double Vision by 303 has been done.
Oh.
God, can Miku sing in Simlish?
Nah by My Chemical
God, I just
Romance
looked
has
at
been
it.
done.
I just looked at it. Wait. When you say they have the artists come in, do you mean the bands? Mm-hmm. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I'm looking it up. Oh wait, I just looked at the actual... I forgot to append Sims to it.
So I'm sending a video that we probably won't be able to show, but it is Katy Perry singing
God.
Last Friday Night in Simlish.
This is really sending me.
Yeah, My Chemical Romance in Simlish is a lot for my little emo soul, and imagine me literally just getting that album and then playing The Sims 3 and hearing it and losing my mind.
God, I'm just thinking about, like, the process that goes into this. Like, because Simlish is, like, a real language, isn't it? Which
Yes.
means it has a dictionary, and which means the artists have to be... The songs have to be translated into Simlish, and then the artists have to learn how to speak it.
Mm-hmm. Laura Palmer by Bastille was done. Little Talks by Of Monsters and Men was done.
Alex! Knocked on your door!
Get out of my home.
Your stand is in The Sims.
No, it's not. Get out of here.
Curse you.
Oh, God.
So that's all.
Daniel
That's the
Earnhardt
music in The
Jr.
Sims 3.
Oh god, there's a Charlie XCX song.
Yes.
Fuck.
This just,
Um,
it just keeps it just oh
It never
Patrick,
stops?
stop
What?
recording
There's
and
Dan Deacon
fucking-
songs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lord Huron?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, and that's just The
Patrick,
Sims
stop!
3.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's just The Sims 3.
Oh my god, they have an AWOL Nation song!
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Fuck!
I just saw that.
Oh my god.
Ugh. This is a lot to handle, emotionally speaking.
Jimmy World.
Oh fuck.
I can't deal with this.
You have to.
It's just really...
Intellectually, I understand what's happening here, but like spiritually, I can't accept this.
Manchester Orchestra? Oh god, there's a Matt and Kim song.
Yeah.
It just keeps going, and it keeps cursing my bones.
It keeps going. In Open for Business in The Sims 2, there is a Depeche Mode song.
Ah!
Also, in Family Fun Stuff for The Sims 2, there is a Bare Naked Ladies song. There is 3 Bare Naked Ladies
Oh
songs.
my god.
It seems like something they would do.
In Pets
Yeah.
for The Sims 2, there is an Ali and AJ song.
Oh, God.
Also in the pets, Don't Ya by the Pussycat Dolls.
The fucking Pussycat Dolls.
They're fucking Pussycat Dolls. Seasons, Lily Allen.
Oh, my God.
And the Veronicas, Australia Represent.
Love to know who those are. I don't know who they are.
Oh, I will introduce you, Alex. I will introduce you. There is another Katy Perry song in Apartment Life for The Sims 2. Janelle Monáe.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, God, there's a Lizzo song in Sims 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Which one?
Caramel.
Sorry. Oh, my God. Carly. Oh, Run Away with
Carly
Me by
Rae
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Carly
I would
Rae
like-
Jepsen.
I would like everyone to know that on this page
Fucking Run Away
there
with
are
Me.
certain songs that have got their Simlish lyrics.
Yes.
Yes.
So for the aforementioned Na 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 by My Chemical Romance, you know, just
Where can I find the
casually
lyrics? Yes. Hang on.
down the very bottom. So the first two lines are love, gimme, love, I don't need it. In Simlish, that is Sha, gimme, Sha, where's a Neva? I love the way this cake is cut.
I love the way this cake is cut.
Oh, I can't fucking listen to the opening horns of Run Away With Me knowing that Simlish is coming just after.
It's a really...
I was playing The Sims last night, and Run Away With Me was playing somewhere in my house, and I couldn't figure out why, and I'm just hearing the... And I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from?
Why would you
And
ever
then
be
I
mad
proceeded to
about
add
hearing Carly Rae
3 Ghost albums into my custom music, because that's just what you do.
Not to say things that are on funny humor, but listening to Sims songs that I know the actual version of, it makes me feel like I'm having a fucking stroke.
It is a bit like that.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
when I listen to Laura Palmer by in Simlish, I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
Oh, my God. I can't handle this.
Are you okay, Rook? Are you okay?
The first 2 lines of Katy Perry's Hot and Cold is Fus chica deep, like a girl, chica claps.
Chica claps.
It's good.
They translate bitch as birch.
Oh, my God.
Babu.
Wolf
Z-Rex,
Na Na Na
like a-
is shat.
like a- excuse me. Actually, Simlish bitch is actually britch. Excuse me, I misread it as birch.
Oh, my God.
Like a britch eben up. Vu, always on.
Oh
Ibu
my
seek
God.
cryptozeek.
Luke Bryan, country girl?
Ashen up. Zavu kudavina.
Country girl.
Kavaha.
Country girl.
Ninapu. Fahit
There is
tinapo.
something so beautiful about just listening to my friends that I love and adore butchering Simlish. In a very sexy segue from our music, there is this.
I can't handle the fact that Sims translates you as Vu, which is really fucking me up. Actually, in Simlish, do they pronounce it Vus or do they pronounce it like French?
I have no idea, honestly, let's be honest.
Oh my god. The fucking, okay, so the page we have just opened is the woohooing page. And at the beginning, there's a little warning that says, this article, while not grossly sexually explicit, does deal with some adult themes involving sexual activity. If you have a problem with these themes, please click here to view another page. And it's just a fucking random page button.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Just
Okay.
anywhere else.
Can I
So,
take
anywhere else.
Oh, can I please take us back super briefly? Because I really want to
Yes.
read. Sorry. I really need to read the chorus of Luke Bryan's Country Girl, Shake It For Me.
Oh, God.
Which is very simple. It's country girl, shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me. Crumply gurn, cheeky fabby gurn. Cheeky fabby gurn. Cheeky fabby. And I think crumply
Crumply
gurn
girl.
is going to live in my head for the rest of my
Oh,
life.
Gurn. I heard
Crumply
Crumply
Gurn.
Girl.
Okay, yeah, jumping back to Woohoo. Pretty much the reason I picked this page is just because of the amount of places your sim can woohoo. So,
My eyes went so fucking wide reading Vibromatic Heart Bed.
So the Vibromatic Heart Bed. Thank you for bringing that up, Rook.
I'm afraid.
So the heart-shaped bed, or the Vibromatic Heart Bed, is a special bed with a heart-shaped headboard which Sims use for romantic purposes. The heart-shaped bed has reappeared in many games across the series. Heart-shaped beds have the same functions as normal beds, but they have some additional options. Also, heart-shaped beds replenish Sims' energy need more than or as much as the expensive beds in general.
It looks hard as hell.
It looks
like a Barbie bed, actually.
This is the sales pitch for the Vibromatic Heart Bed. Our vibrating heart bed was so popular with honeymoon hotels, we decided to sell them to the public, says creator Sadie S. Factor. The vibration engine is Swedish, of course, but we have done a lot of testing with a pair of 300-pound dummies to strengthen the springs, reinforce the stitching, and ensure smooth motion to the ocean. Bed comes complete with purple silk sheets and a pillow ensemble.
I could read Sims sale pitches for 600 hours.
They're great.
There's really something about them.
So, the Vibromatic Heart Bed, introduced to The Sims Live and Large, gives the Sims the opportunity to, quote-unquote, play in bed. To play, send a Sim to turn the bed to vibrate and have that Sim lie in the bed. Then, send a loved one to play in the bed. Then they will, quote-unquote, play with their fun and social meters rising. If the Sims are of opposite genders, the should we have a baby question may appear. However, it is possible that a baby will appear spontaneously after the Sims quote-unquote play in this bed, or in custom beds cloned from it. Well, that isn't supposed to happen. It has been known to happen.
Cool bug!
Cool bug.
So
You think the
next
vibrate
I
interaction with
I was gonna say
costs
something, but
twice?
have a baby spontaneously appear really wiped my mind.
So the precursor, or predecessor rather.
To run.
So the predecessor in The Sims 2 is the more romantic than you double bed. This is the sales pitch. Having trouble with your love life? That won't happen if you have a more romantic than you double bed in your bedroom. This luxurious double bed will sweep your partner off your feet while they enjoy the pleasurable vibration as it relaxes their aching muscles. You will never relax in the same way again.
I cannot fucking imagine laying down in a bed that vibrates.
Oh god, no.
This fucking sucks.
The more romantic than you double bed was introduced in the Sims 2 Apartment Life. The bed has a heart-shaped wooden head and foot. Unlike the rest of the single and double beds in the game, this bed comes only with 3 choices of sheets. The 3 sheet choices are red, pink, or navy blue. This item is also for The Sims for Xbox. Yeah, the 3 genders. There is a rumor that the bed increases conception chances, but this is unknown. The bed is also said to improve a Sim's relationship with a lover when performing romantic interactions.
The Sims 2 has been out since God knows how long. Nobody has actually dug into the code to see if that's true or not.
Probably not. And then
It's not on this
The
wiki.
Sims 3, sadly, where the last of the vibrating beds happen.
What a shame.
Is the Vibromatic, such a shame, is the Vibromatic LM3000 sales pitch. Just when it seemed sleep technology couldn't get any better, Landgrab Apnea Labs dreamed up the new and improved Vibromatic LM3000 to shake things up. Jazz
No.
up the boring bedroom routine with the Vibromatic LM3000. More than just a bed or a conversation piece, this iconic love nest is an investment of fun.
Stop talking. What the fuck is the noodle soother?
What was that?
What the
It's
fuck?
the noodle soother.
The noodle
Noodle soother. Yep. Good old noodle soother.
Aspirational award. This is an
Can someone
award.
try-
This is
can
something you get as a benefit for doing
Can
something
someone try
good.
to describe what this looks like?
No, you
Wearing-
can't possibly.
Wearing a noodle soother greatly improves a Sim's mood so long as the Sim was in gold or platinum aspiration when they put it on. However, if a Sim in the green or red aspiration puts it on, it may fail, in which the Sim's energy will drop to 0 and the Sim will pass out.
Okay, so to try to describe this thing, it's a nightmare object. This is a nightmare object, and it's got little hands, and it goes on your head, and it just it makes my face hurt to look at.
It's like
Do you know
if
what
someone compressed SpongeBob and then ripped out his teeth.
No, you know what it looks like to me? The bread loaf that says, "Now the evil seed of what you've done germinates within you."
Yes!
Okay, yeah. No, that's a lot better.
It's that but a hat with little hands and fingers pointing to the, or maybe it's
I also
fists.
want to read the item description for the noodle soother.
Yeah.
Shrouded in mystery, the noodle soother's mood-elevating effects are well documented, but poorly understood. Some maintain that the weak electrical current it generates produces euphoria and contentment. Still others contend that the noodle soother contains transdermal serotonin reuptake inhibitors. A third school swears that the helmet's tiny gloved hands and googly eyes are positively adorable. Want to back up a sentence and talk about the phrase transdermal serotonin reuptake inhibitors?
Yeah, do you have any thoughts?
This hat says it's Zoloft. Because that's what an SSRI is. It's a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
Do you want everyone to know you're depressed? Don't take Zoloft. Put on the noodle maker.
The noodle maker?
The noodle soother. Shut up.
The noodle
Don't look
maker?
at me.
No, I'm so sad that the wiki doesn't embed Ducksworth Bathington's image.
Oh my god, that's really
It's good.
It's just a
It's a really
Ducksworth of
low-quality
Bathington
rubber
is
ducky.
good.
So, I want to talk about the noodle maker as a hat to calm you down is way scarier than noodle soother. Noodle maker sounds like a child-friendly name for lobotomizer helmet.
Stop!
Oh my god, Ducksworth of Bathington is really good. Wait, if put in a bathtub, it gives the positive duck time moodlet, which results in a plus 15 boost for 4 hours. This duck makes you so happy, it makes you feel good for 4 hours.
Oh man.
Yep.
I need a Ducksworth.
$75.
So I'm gonna go back to woohoo locations. So we had the Vibromatic hot bed. Then you can get a hot tub or a changing booth, and that's just the 3 things you can have in The Sims. Then in The Sims 2, it gets a little bit more spicy.
Don't
So you get the
woohoo
bed.
in the photo booth.
You
Don't
get
woohoo in a helicopter.
Don't woohoo at a helicopter.
you can woohoo in an elevator, a sauna, a hammock,
That seems fucking treacherous.
a car.
Hang on, no. All of you shut the fuck up. I'm gonna read Sims 3's list and you're not gonna interrupt me. Bed, rabbit holes, shower, tent, sarcophagus, time machine, hot tub, elevator, actor trailer, treehouse, haystack, photo booth, box of mystery, magical wardrobe, fairy house, gypsy wagon, oh that sucks, sauna, igloo, pile of leaves, hot air balloon, Murphy bed, all in one bathroom, what? Underwater cave, resort tower, jetpack, bot workshop, Zephyr! Restorable junk car, gondola. What the fuck?
Jetpack.
Rabbit hole?
Jetpack. So rabbit
holes must tour inside one first, such as military-based theater and science lab. What is it?
So a rabbit hole basically is where your sim goes that you can't follow them to. So them going to work, unless you have a playable career, if they go to a rabbit hole. Their school is a rabbit hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought rabbit hole meant, the real world.
No.
Wait, hang on, sorry. You can fuck in a coffin in Sims 4?
I just saw anywhere as bats.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Backyard observatory, bed, hot tub, rocket ship tent, sauna, closet, woohoo bush, coffin, anywhere as bats. Both vampires must have bat form ability. Brindleton Bay's lighthouse, pile of leaves, sleeping pod, money vault, Moi Pilam's waterfall, shower.
Yep.
If Sims woohoo in community lots, other Sims will come to spectate it. Come! They will come to watch!
Yep.
Man, all you Sims fucking dirty.
Yep.
However, Sims will not get any special mood lists from it. Oh, so you just do this for fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not even for fun.
It's, So woohoo is great.
There's percentage chance.
You can die from woohoo. In The Sims 4, woohoo between elders that does not go very well has a chance to give the dangerously tired moodlet. When the Sims woohoo again with the moodlet, they will die from overexertion.
Oh my god.
Alex, your mic.
Sorry, I'm back.
You're fine.
So we're getting into the last few pages I have. These are mainly just characters now. So I'm linking my best friend, the social bunny.
No, I need to go. I need to stop us.
Is that bitch from Animal Crossing?
Additional chance of conception is increased following the certain conditions, blah, 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 blah. 100% for each sim who has the feeling fertile movement.
The feeling fertile?
Fertile, yeah.
Okay.
Fertile, yeah.
Feeling fertile.
Yeah.
That's
I was
great.
critiquing you. I've just never heard fertile.
I can't pronounce words.
No, you're fine.
So the social bunny is an NPC in The Sims 2 that will visit teen and older Sims when their social need is too low. If a child or younger Sim's social need gets too low, they will not receive a social bunny, but will be taken away by a social worker.
Oh my god!
Why does it have to have? Okay, it's a yellow bunny that looks like a mascot costume, but it only has one eye, and I'm really haunted by it because it's just an empty socket. What the fuck?
Yep.
Why is it haunted?
Wow, I love Five Nights at Freddy's.
Don't you get an imaginary friend when you're born?
That is The Sims 3. This is The Sims 2.
Fuck! I don't know which is worse. Actually, no, the bunny that just comes when you're lonely is terrifying. Stay the fuck away from me.
So you could either like The Therapist, who is another version. I am now linking The Therapist.
Wait,
after I hope you're ready.
Just having the social bunny around raises the social need, but the lonely sim can perform social actions with them as well, ranging from friendly kisses to outright fighting.
Yep.
Kiss the bunny.
You can kiss the bunny.
Can you kill the bunny?
I do not think you can kill the bunny.
The bunny was never real.
The social bunny versus the tragic clown?
Yes.
Oh my god!
The social bunny's predecessor is the tragic clown. Hang on. You'd get a scary, sad clown if you were lonely?
And The Sims Live and Large, absolutely.
That fucking sucks!
Hey, if multiple Sims are in social failure, the other bunnies will be seen when a lonely Sim is active, although they will be invisible and cannot be interacted with. The bunnies may interact with each other, however. Social bunnies come in blue, yellow, and pink. Generally, social bunnies of a different color will be friendly with each other, with blue and pink ones often going romantic. Wow, I love gender. Bunnies of the same color will usually be hostile towards and even start fights with each other. Who is that other doll?
Yep.
I just found a full body picture and it literally looks like someone in a fucked up mascot costume.
It does. It literally does.
I hate this.
And then there's also the therapist in The Sims 2. So the therapist is an NPC that comes to help the Sims when they go into aspiration failure. He examines the Sims and helps them get back a little bit of their aspiration bar.
Why
does
he look like this?
The therapist is a mirage seen by Sims in aspiration failure. It does not exist. With cheats, it is possible to have a baby with the therapist.
Okay. Warning! Do not attempt to make the therapist selectable, move him into a family, turn him into a supernatural creature, or tamper with him in any way to form outside of his in-game designated purposes. Doing so will cause game corruption, fixed only by uninstalling and reinstalling the game.
Yep.
He's a cancer.
He's a cancer. He's a little bit sloppy, but also a little bit neat. He's not that outgoing. He's a little bit shy. He's kind of lazy, kind of active. He's a little bit serious, a little bit playful. And he's a little bit grouchy and a little bit nice.
All middle sliders.
All middle
sliders.
I really hate it.
Yeah.
I can't get over it.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Did you play Sims Live and Large or whatever one had the clown?
I did not, no.
Okay, because I was about to be like, that would have sucked if you were just a child playing that and suddenly there's a fucking clown.
Yeah, no. But
like
The Sims 4 does have pictures that you can buy and put on the walls of the tragic clown. And a lot of people like to put the tragic clown photos in houses, which
like
is
Brian
great.
David Gilbert.
Fuck you!
Wow, I love the clown house from The Good Place.
I love references I don't understand.
I have you, Astra. I have you.
Thank you, Alex. Also, the dog got in because my brother came down with a big honkin' slice of bread and then gave me the crust because he's an idiot and doesn't like the best part of the bread.
Oh my god.
He doesn't like it because it's crunchy.
It's the best
It's cool. I'm glad you all agree. It's the best part.
It's the best part of homemade bread.
Crunchy.
So
keep that.
We were talking about if we could have children with the Grim Reaper or not earlier in the episode. I am linking now the page of Nova Subject. So Nova Subject is a pre-made sim who appears in Strange Town from The Sims 2 and Midnight Hollow in The Sims 3 store. So I'm going to mainly talk about The Sims 2 because that's the one I know the most.
His hobbies include twitching and blinking a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, same, buddy.
So, life leading up to The Sims 2. Nervous subject lives with the Beaker family since his adoption by Laurie and Cirque Beaker.
Loki and Cersei.
Okay, thank you. Sometimes I can't speak. Although some people believe that Nervous was adopted after he was taken away by the social worker, his family tree states that Nervous is still the son of Olive Spectre and doesn't recognize the Beakers as his family. He and Ophelia Nigmos are cousins, but they do not know each other when Strange Town is first played.
Oh my god, he got himbo-fied in The Sims 4.
Yes, he did. So his parents are Olive Spectre and the Grim Reaper, possibly. He has a black mohawk and wears a grey t-shirt with a skeleton with loose bones on it, blue-grey jeans and sandals. He is 27 days away from being an elder. At one point during his early childhood, Nervous was taken away from Olive by the social worker because she neglected him, and he was later adopted by Loki and Cersei Beaker, Strangetown's mad scientist couple. However, they have no relation to him on his family tree. According to his memories, Nervous may have, quote-unquote, moved in with the Beakers during his childhood years. It should be noted that while it is assumed that the Grim Reaper is his father, it is not shown on his family tree, which simply shows Olive Spectre as his mother. However, the Grim Reaper is the only person Olive Spectre has a memory of woohoo with.
Why is he a ghost in Sims 2 PSP?
Don't ask me. Nervous lacks most of his mother's genetics. On closer examination, it is clear he is simply a clone of the Grim Reaper. So, Olive Spectre is a very interesting character.
Why is his last name Subject?
Because he's a nervous subject.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, he really doesn't have any traits of his mom. His mom's fucking black.
Yeah. So, Olive Spectre, her
ex-husband's name suck?
Yeah. Hugh Thanasia, Rigor Mortis, and Ichabod Spectre are all deceased when the game begins. She was also left at the altar by Earl E. Demise, who died soon after.
Wow, I fucking love Ace Attorney.
The death of her many husbands has led some players to theorize that Olive is a murderer or was somehow responsible for their deaths, though these theories remain unconfirmed.
Damn, no wonder she got jiggy with the Grim Reaper. He can't fucking die.
Yeah.
Her career is a professional party guest.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's just casually a Scorpio.
Oh god. Okay, she was whitewashed.
Scorpios just have
Sims
sex
3.
with.
Oh boy.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sims 3 didn't have great skin tones.
Sure didn't.
One
she looks nice
of the
in
characters
Sims 4.
one of the characters I'll link also has a whitewashing problem, which kind of sucks, but
oh, she got dreadlocks in Sims 4.
Yeah. So Olive shares an eerie haunted home with her niece Ophelia Nigmos. Her sister Willow Nigmos and Willow's husband Creon are both deceased and buried in Olive's garden. Their deaths are the result of drowning. Olive did woohoo with none other than the Grim Reaper, which suggests Olive had more than one passing relationship with death. When the player gets the Paranormal Career Award introduced in the University expansion pack and calls the Grim Reaper, he will say that Olive doesn't know anybody who has died. This is because all the victims in her garden have unleaked character files.
There are a number of people buried in Olive's backyard along with family and former husbands. Some of them are service people, maids, delivery people, etc.
Yes.
Many of them have names that are related to death. Euthanasia, early demise, rigor mortis, etc. There are many theories about Olive and many unknown questions, such as the causes for all of the deaths. A few players think that perhaps before the game was in stores, many Sims died. Many others think they might be Olive's victims. However, murder is technically impossible in the Sims games. It's a possible storyline. Why is murder technically impossible in The Sims?
Look, you can't actively get a sim to murder another sim in The Sims.
Olive's biography states that she will stop at nothing to get what she wants. It also states that she spends her time sharpening sticks, which may suggest her use of a weapon for her victims, and as well as excavating her yard, which gives the clue that she spends her time digging holes to bury the bodies of her victims.
So that's Olive Spectre. So, nervous subject's a little bit messed up.
I want to talk about a piece of trivia here. She remembers giving birth to a different nervous subject than the one that lives in Beaker household. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. On the official Sims 2 website, sometimes in the news they would make reference to Olive Spectre Cemetery, but they call it Olive's Garden. Sometimes it is called Olive's Garden in game also. It could possibly be a reference to Olive Garden, which is thought to be a favorite restaurant for some of the game creators. That just honestly sounds like a let's go to the Olive's Garden.
I know. It's
Bury
great.
me at Olive Garden when I die.
So, another character I'm now linking is pretty infamous. This is Bella Goth. So, the Goth family have been in every single Sims game.
Interesting.
Bella Goth, nee Bachelor, is a pre-made, playable Sim that first appeared in The Sims alongside her husband Mortimer and her daughter Cassandra, residing at 5 Sim Lane. Between The Sims and The Sims 2, Bella and Mortimer had one more child, Alexander, and moved to 165 Sim Lane in Pleasantview. Shortly after the start of The Sims 2, Bella went missing, having been abducted by aliens and hasn't yet returned. Now, this abducted by aliens is actually kind of highly disputed. I personally, when I was little and knew that she was missing, I actually thought that she'd been killed. And that's without knowing anything, and I wasn't even, like, babby emo at that point. Like, so if you look at her photos, she increasingly gets whitewashed.
Yeah, Sims 3 is pretty bad at skin tone, huh?
Yeah, and then you look at her in The Sims 4, and it's...
I see. She's a child. That's why she looks so soft in that
Yes,
image.
so as stated, The Sims 3 is the beginning of the timeline, and then it goes Sims 1, Sims 2, and then Sims 4 is its own thing. Now, with Bella, if you go to Strangetown, where Olive and Nervous and all of that fun stuff is, you will actually see Bella Goth walking around. If you make Bella playable, she has no memories of Cassandra, of Mortimer, of Alexander. She has absolutely no memories. Which is why most people have been led to believe that she was abducted by aliens and had her memory erased, and then she was dumped in Strangetown. So I'm going to read life leading up to The Sims 2, because that's the most interesting part. By the time the storyline has caught up to The Sims 2, Bella has had another child, Alexander, and has disappeared via alien abduction. It is then also revealed that Bella is Michael Batchelor's sister. She does exist in Pleasantview, but is hidden within the game code and can only be found using cheats or third-party programs. Bella's disappearance is a major component to the background story of Pleasantview, and it is theorized that Maxis picked her for this major role because she is a mysterious yet elegant woman. Her last known whereabouts are Don Lothario's deck, and Don's photo album and memory panel shows that he had attempted some romantic interactions with Bella, which she didn't accept, before she mysteriously disappeared. Many of Mortimer's, Cassandra's, and Alexander's memories involve Bella, meaning that she hasn't been gone for too long. On the family tree panel, Bella's face is not grey, which indicates that the game does not consider her to be dead. Although her husband and daughter have memories of her being abducted by aliens, the story does not explicitly state what happened to Bella. Oddly enough, most of the furniture was left untouched after she left. If a Sim uses a fingerprint scanner, much of the furniture was touched by her. Maxis created a likeness of Bella and used it as a touty in Strangetown. This version is a little bit different from the Pleasantview Bella, but it is acknowledged by Maxis as the same Bella. The fact that Bella in Strangetown has no memories of her loved ones or past life is simply blamed on alien experiments during her abduction.
This feels like the world-building setup to a mystery game that everybody's gonna love on the level of Life is Strange.
Yes, it does a little. So earlier I mentioned Cassandra and Don Lothario. So Don Lothario in The Sims 2 is the game's, like, serial romantic. At the time you start playing him, he has 4 separate relationships going on. He is engaged to Cassandra Goth. It is not known whether he got engaged to Cassandra Goth before or after he tried to flirt with her mother. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great.
He is also flirting / in a relationship with Nina and Dina Caliente. Nina and Dina Caliente have alien heritage. So it is theorized that because of jealousy or something, Nina and Dina somehow were involved in Bella's disappearance.
Sims theories are gonna make me insane.
He is also having a relationship with a maid that is also in a relationship with another man who is cheating on his wife with her, and they have 2 daughters.
This is so
Angela
fucking
and Lilith
messy.
Pleasant. Angela and Lilith Pleasant are now in The Sims 4 as completely different characters. I would die for Lilith Pleasant.
I would. I need a family tree right now.
I need a fucking whiteboard.
I'm gonna start connecting pieces of red string to
This
each
is
other.
so fucking messy. Oh my god, Sims theories are gonna make me insane. It's nighttime.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then in The Sims 4, it's weird because, as I said, Sims 4 takes place on a completely different timeline. So in The Sims 4, Don Lothario and Nina and Dina Caliente are in the game again. But for some reason, instead of being romantically involved, he is now their stepfather. Or just lives with them. I don't really remember.
That sure tells a story.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This is.
Yes, it's a lot.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir?
So, you know, Don's
What the
biography
fuck?
is so many ladies, so little time. When Don isn't thinking about dating, he's sleeping.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna beat him up.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a twat, and I don't like him. But so there is an expansion pack for The Sims 3. It's called Into the Future, which is where the time traveler comes from. When you go into the town that comes with Into the Future, Don Lothario is living there. Now, his bio reads, Don woke up one morning in a whole new world. He remembers stepping onto a teleporter, several women laughing, and then nothing else until he found himself here. So he refers to an old granary abandoned for years and waiting for nature to demolish it. That is, until
God.
Don showed up. So it is theorized that the women that were laughing were Nina, Dina, and Kaylin, and Cassandra, all of the women that he'd played. And so instead of Don being in the beginning as a child, as everyone else really kind of has, he is in the future, but he is still the Don Lothario basically from The Sims 2. That's in the future. Yeah. So his biography in The Sims 3 reads, Don was facing a big choice between marriage and continuing to be a man about town. Will his quote-unquote accidental teleportation to a new town change his old ways? So yeah, it's theorized that
I cast banishment.
yeah, basically. But yeah, so unfortunately, the Bella Goth sort of mystery never really went anywhere.
I'm thinking about all
obviously-
the fanfics kids must have written about this theory.
There's a lot.
Oh, have you read
There's a
them?
lot.
Actually, why am I asking it as if it's a question? Of course you've read them.
Of course I read them.
Also, Alex linked the list of Sims who died on the Spectre Lot page, and I just noticed the line, a small quirk is that, like all of most of the Sims buried here lack eyebrows.
Yes.
What the
Yes.
hell?
They just don't have eyebrows.
And it really does
Can-
read like a list of Ace Attorney victims.
I'm looking at the names!
Yeah, they do.
Earl E. Demise, Tim Lee Demise, Time Lee Demise, Rigor
Yeah.
Mortis, Euthanasia, Ichabod Spectre, Willow Nigmos, Creonigmos, I don't
Don't
know.
ask me.
The pun is there. I just don't know
It's
what it
there.
is.
It's somewhere.
Peponi Muna, Lauratio Munda, Patrick Jones, that's just the dude. Daniel Greaves.
That's
a
my
pizza
favorite. That's my
delivery
favorite
woman
Ace
who
Attorney
died-
character. Patrick Jones, my favorite Ace Attorney.
Danielle Greaves, a pizza delivery woman who died of starvation. She is allegedly the first one to be buried in Olive's lot.
Yep.
Why would you bury a pizza delivery woman in your garden?
Okay.
She did
Because
nothing
she murdered-
wrong.
Jessica Ibati, Lila Grunt, Melissa Sims, Vicky Sims, Luke Smith, or Luck, I don't know, Seth Zadie, Brenda Zadie, Benjamin Cho, Nut Futa, Luthanasia. Brother of Hugh and died of unknown causes. Strangely, his grave is nowhere to be found, and his character data was deleted.
I also want to talk about Melissa Sims, a teenage girl with ambiguous age and gender. Is it ambiguous? Because you seem awfully sure that she's a teenage girl.
Okay, teen includes 13 to 8 to 19. I forgot that 9 has a teen. It's 10
Yes,
p.m.
Brooke, but within the logic of The Sims, teenage is one life stage.
Yeah.
So she's not a toddler or a kid, and she's not a young adult or an adult. she's a teenager. So they
She's a
know.
teenage girl.
No, my favorite thing is a teenage girl with an ambiguous age and gender.
You seem awfully sure that she's a girl and awfully sure that she's a teenager.
Wow.
Look.
Early demise. All of Spectre's first love who left her on the altar. Brother to Tim Lee. He died of electrocution. Tim Lee died of electrocution. Rigor Mortis died in a fire. Euthanasia died in a fire. Ichabod Spectre is the only one of all the spouses who died a natural death. Willow Nigmas died
Hey kids,
of
can we lighten it up back there? I know I linked this page.
Died of drowning. Pippiny Munda perished in a fire. Horatio perished in a fire. Patrick Jones died of electrocution. Daniel Greaves died of starvation. Jessica Abadi died of starvation. Lila
We can't
Grunt
keep doing this. We can't just
died
keep
of
listing causes of death.
electrocution. She died by electrocution after divorcing General Buzz. A teenage
We need to stop. Rook.
Melissa
Rook.
Sims died of
You
starvation.
can't. We have
Vicky
to
Sims
stop.
died of starvation. Lex Smith died of drowning.
I think Rook is just stuck.
Sadie died of starvation. Brenda Zadie died by drowning. Benjamin Cho died of starvation. Nut Fuda died of unknown causes. Euthanasia died of unknown causes.
Yeah.
For some reason, most Sims buried on the Spectre lot suffer from numerous glitches and may look deformed / corrupted when resurrected.
Yeah.
I feel like I've walked into a creepypasta.
It is.
Yeah, there's
it
just
is a
like
little
a
bit like a
creepypasta.
creepypasta.
Just encased in The Sims.
Yeah. So there is a lot of differing stories that's going along in The Sims 2.
Sorry, hang on. I just read the phrase "likely unsafe to resurrect," and it's really doing something to my brain.
That's my next tattoo. Likely unsafe to resurrect.
Oh my god.
It's like a do not
so the
resuscitate order, but for
Yeah.
necromancers.
Yeah.
Likely unsafe to resurrect.
So the last page I have linked is quite iconic. This is Mrs. Crumplebottom.
Not to be confused with Miss Crumplebottom.
Not to be confused with Miss Crumplebottom. So she is an NPC that is featured in The Sims 2 Nightlife. She frequently visits downtown lots and is usually considered an obstacle in the lives of Sims. So,
Oh, she's
Mrs. Crumplebottom is a very old-fashioned, stern, and strict woman who appears to abide by a moral code from the Victorian era. She detests when two Sims have any romantic interactions in public.
Oh my god.
When Mrs. Crumplebottom sees any of these actions taking place on a community lot, she will promptly scold the Sims or beat them with her purse. If a Sim innocently wanders out in their underwear or bathing suit, Mrs. Crumplebottom will repeatedly lecture them until they change into their everyday clothes. This could be an issue if the player makes a public pool as a downtown lot. Mrs. Crumplebottom loves to knit, and she will usually knit as an idle animation when she's not doing anything. In fact, it is revealed that knitting utensils are one of the many things inside her purse, others including lint, stones, and a portrait of her great-aunt.
Why?
There's a section on here just titled Preventing the Purse. There are 6 known ways to avoid Mrs. Crumplebottom. 1. Don't go downtown. Sims don't have to go out for a date. A cozy night at home can be every bit as satisfying as a night out. 2. Special Sims introduced with nightlife, such as Grand Vampires and Mrs. Crumplebottom, only appear in downtown, so if there's a club or public swimming pool in the main neighborhood or shopping district, she won't appear. 3. If Sims go downtown for a date, have them go to a bowling alley, a nightclub with a bar, or a lot with at least one poker table. Although Miss Crumplebottom is mean and cranky, she still likes fun as well as drinks. Sims can be woohooing right in front of her and she won't care as long as she is bowling, drinking, or playing poker.
See the
4.
distractions section below.
4. Cancel her action before she can complete it. She is an old woman, so she is slow. While she is walking towards your Sims, X out her action by clicking on it. 5. Use bool prop testing cheats enabled true, then use force error on her. This cheat can be used to delete her from the lot. Unfortunately, doing that doesn't ensure she won't come back. 6. Use of this mod with the link from Mod The Sims will prevent her from spawning in the game. The mod does not do anything harmful, just modifies the code that tests to see if she would be spawned, so it always says that she shouldn't.
Before we get to the distractions I want to talk about, it's the second to last paragraph in.
Hang on, sorry. The season's wishing well will still spawn a spew flames when a romance wish fails, but she will not crawl out of the well.
Yeah, she crawls out of the well.
Crawling out of her well to shame humanity.
Mrs. Crumplebottom may not even be a sim in the strictest sense of the word. She cannot be interacted with any sim and will lecture sims who want to interact with her. Upon being bitten by a vampire, Mrs. Crumplebottom has the same stricken gesture as any other bitten sim. However, she does not convert and remains the same as if she were immune to the bite. In addition, game corruption may occur if she is bitten. It is believed that this is because of the game treating her as an object instead of a sim.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go insane.
Yes. So there is a few theories about Mrs. Crumplebottom and why she is the way she is. Some players believe that Mrs. Crumplebottom could be the daughter of Agnes Crumplebottom and Eric Darling. Although it is a strong possibility, it would be inconsistent considering that she does not return in The Sims 3, which is the next game, logically, is the first game in the timeline. Another theory is that Mrs. Crumplebottom is the widow of Robert Crumplebottom, a character mentioned in The Sims Hot Date, who was originally said to be the late husband of Miss Crumplebottom, but this was later stated that that is not the case. This would make sense since later versions of the game make it clear that Miss Agnes Crumplebottom was born into the family and her husband was a different character altogether, while Mrs. Crumplebottom's title makes it seem more likely that she married a male relative of the family and took his name.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I remembered how words work.
Yeah. So, yeah. I wanted to talk about Mrs. Crumplebottom simply because I think it's funny. Again, take yourself back to being 8 years old and having the best time ever playing The Sims 2. And then your Sims being all lovey-dovey together outside a street, and then an old lady coming and breaking your Sim's neck.
Oh, she, like, kills them?
No, she just hurts them.
Oh, okay.
But she slaps them with a purse that has lint, knitting needles, and a picture of her great aunt inside of it.
And rocks.
And rocks.
And rocks,
So no yelling rock. No yelling purse.
Yeah, exactly.
No kissing purse.
So, yeah, The Sims 2, in my opinion, has one of the better consistent storylines. The families. There are so many, like, families that we could go into, but we would be here all night.
I feel like me and Alex are about to fall asleep on call.
Yeah. Like, there is the Broke family. There is more about the Smith family, which is where Pollination Technician number 9 comes from.
I knew that Sims made people who play it insane, but I didn't, know...
That it was insane?
No.
I had no idea it was like this.
I didn't know. There were deep murder theories.
Yeah, so, you know...
I didn't know that there are old women who come beat your ass and aren't technically alive by the game's standards.
Yeah, and unfortunately, over time, the storytelling of The Sims has kind of fallen by the wayside.
Yeah,
so
I didn't even know Sims had story.
Yeah, so The Sims 4, while looking the best and, behaving the best...
Sims 4 is also the one
on the flip side...
where you can set any characters to Ken pregnant, right?
Pardon?
Is Sims 4 the one where you can set any characters to Can pregnant?
No, that's Tombstone Life of Death. That's Sims 2.
Wait. No, wait. But didn't one of the recent Sims add that feature and a bunch of people freaked out about it because they could make their Sims trans?
Yes. Yeah, so the Sims 4 you can have trans Sims. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, in terms of gameplay and stuff, it's one of the best, but also the relationships kind of lacking, the emotions are kind of lacking, and it's really disappointing because The Sims 2, especially, and The Sims 3, they had such cool ideas going on, and then you get to The Sims 4 and they just kind of go, oh, it's a different timeline, and it's no, I wanted to see why Bella Goth was fucking murdered, dude. Come on. What do you think I'm spending $50 on?
Oh, God.
An OC simulator, apparently.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
50?
At original release, it was about $40. Yeah. All expansions are $30.
Oh, God.
Then game packs are $20, and then stuff packs are $15.
Oh my God.
Penguin.
Penguin. Yeah.
Sims can pet it.
I'm stopping us here. I'm stopping us at
Yeah.
because I'm a phone.
If
stopping at
sometimes if
Penguin.
a sim pets it, it will get nervous and pee.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
God.
little baby.
Also,
Actually, before we do close out, are there horses in Sims, and are they valid to eat fingers?
Yes, there are horses in The Sims 3 and only The Sims 3, and I love them, and I would die for horses in The Sims 3. Sims 4, you are a coward for putting them in the code and then not including them, and that's
Oh my
piece.
God.
Thank you.
Secret horses.
Secret horses. The horses were included in the code, but they weren't made, and it sucks, because horses are
Wild.
great. They are valid, and I love them.
but are they valid to eat fingers?
Are they valid to
Sims
eat what?
horse is cursed.
Fingers.
Oh, no, they don't eat fingers. They're good. They're good babies.
Damn it.
Oh.
That's the best quality of a horse.
I know. Why do you think they used horses in the war? To eat the fingers so they couldn't shoot the guns. Duh.
Wait, I want to talk super briefly about the stat box for the penguin. Gender, ambiguous.
God.
Life state, penguin. Zodiac sign, Cancer. Aspiration, power. Body shape, thin.
How fucking
Yeah.
dare you skip over age adult?
Well, that's not as funny. Like, penguins can be
Also,
adults.
I wouldn't call the penguin thin.
Yeah.
I think one of my
penguin.
favorite things about The Sims 2 is like any of the NPCs, their base zodiac sign is Cancer because Cancers are just so fucking middle of the road. It's like, oh, you want to be different any other way? No, fuck you, you're a Cancer.
Aspiration. Power.
Power.
Penguin wants power.
I didn't know Gunter was in this game.
Oh my
Stop.
God, stop.
Oh God, we gotta stop here because I will fall asleep on you guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound tired as hell.
All right. Well, let's wrap up with
Yeah,
the
me
penguin
and Alex
that
need to go
desires
fucking
power.
sleep and be lame.
Well, thank you for having me, everybody.
Yeah.
I hope you had fun.
Cursing my skeleton.
I could, if you wanted, I could curse you with some more Sims lore. There is so much more I didn't even get time to go into.
God. I will admit I was a little like, why would The Sims be a good episode? Because I didn't know anything about this.
I didn't realize that there was lore.
You're right, The Sims was a good episode.
And you just had to bring on, like, the expert ever. You know, me.
Fuck.
Hello.
God.
Yeah, well, again, thank you so much for coming on. And
Thank you for having me. Thank you
Sorry
for this
for-
double date.
The double date where one of the couple... The double date where one of the couple just falls asleep in the middle of it.
Yeah.
we went to the Olives Garden and just passed out.
we just decided to go to Olive's garden, and then, we passed out, and she buried us, you know, as you do.
God. So, Rook, do you want to
Oh, yeah. You can find us on Twitter at WikiBoysPod, and, me on Twitter at Twigging. I'm sleepy.
We just gotta make it to the finish line, bud.
You gotta make it there.
We're almost
You
there.
can-
We're almost there.
We're almost there. You can find me on Twitter at Alex and Mostly Okay.
You can find me on Twitter at Nerd of Goodness.
And you can find me at Twitter, Greyhound Vivo.
All
And
right.
Wikiboys, we're gonna try to fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
Hell yeah. Thank you for having me again.
The music used in this episode is Quirky Dog by Kevin MacLeod, found at Incomptech.com and used under the Creative Commons license.